In a dramatic but ultimately futile political maneuver, controversial Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene made a brazen attempt to oust the sitting Speaker of the House from his powerful leadership position. However, her very public bid to remove the Speaker was resoundingly rejected by an overwhelming bipartisan majority just minutes after she formally filed the motion. The saga unfolded on the floor of the House chamber, where Greene stood before her colleagues and delivered an impassioned rebuke of the Speaker's leadership. She read through a lengthy list of grievances, lambasting his tenure as pathetic, weak, and unacceptable in her eyes. The firebrand Congresswoman did not mince words as she made her case for why he should be stripped of the Speaker's gavel. But Greene's bombastic words appeared to fall on deaf ears. When it came time for the House to actually vote on her resolution calling for the Speaker's removal, a stunning 359 representatives across both parties moved to summarily table the disruptive motion, essentially killing it before any real debate could begin. Only a small contingent of 43 members, mostly from Greene's own far-right flank, voted to allow her effort to proceed. The numbers laid bare her lack of broad support for such a drastic move to overthrow the Speaker's power. Even former President Trump, whose backing could have lent legitimacy to Greene's gambit, did not explicitly endorse the resolution. Instead, the overwhelming House majority, including members of the Speaker's own Republican Party, stood firmly behind his continued leadership. They were backed by Democrats who also voted en masse to table Greene's disruptive resolution and protect the Speaker's position atop the House. For Greene, the failure was a stinging rebuke of her increasingly isolated brand of obstructionist politics. She had threatened for weeks to try forcing the Speaker from power if he continued supporting military aid for Ukraine against her wishes. But when she finally pulled the trigger, her provocative campaign fizzled almost immediately. The ease with which the House swatted away Greene's motion exposed her lack of negotiating leverage and inability to rally any real coalition behind her efforts. While she may have succeeded in seizing headlines, her very public bid for a new House Speaker was emphatically rejected by her own colleagues on both sides of the aisle within minutes of its introduction.